The first man to climb the wall did not scream when the arrow pierced his throat. He simply stopped, like a puppet with its strings cut, and fell backward into the black river below, swallowed by the Seine without a ripple. Eirik Skallagrimsson watched him fall and felt nothing. The smell of wet wood, blood, and smoke clung to the air like a curse. Before him rose Paris, its crude timber walls and stone towers lit by firelight, defiant against the longships that choked the riverbanks. Priests rang bells in panic, Frankish soldiers shouted prayers, and above it all, the city burned like a beacon daring the Northmen to take it. Eirik tightened his grip on his axe. 6.5 feet of scarred muscle, wrapped in wolf pelts and iron rings, he stood like something carved from the old sagas. His beard was braided with bone, his face marked by battles too many to count. Men called him Iron Wolf, not for his ferocity, but because he never howled, never roared. He simply endured. And tonight, he would break Paris. Again, he growled. The ladder rose once more. The siege had dragged on for months. The river was theirs, the outskirts theirs, but the heart of the city refused to fall. Hunger gnawed at both sides. Corpses floated between them like offerings to unseen gods. But Eirik had not come for plunder. He had come for something buried beneath the stones of Paris. As the horn sounded, he climbed. Arrows hissed down like rain. One grazed his shoulder. He ignored it. Another struck the man below him. The body jerked, nearly pulling Eirik down. He kicked free and surged upward, hand over hand, until his fingers grasped the parapet. A Frankish soldier lunged. Eirik met him with brutal simplicity, his axe rising, falling. Bones split, blood sprayed. He hauled himself over the wall and stepped into chaos. Firelight flickered across narrow streets. Civilians screamed. Warriors clashed in the glow of burning thatch. Eirik moved through it all like a shadow. He was not here to fight. He was here to find the chapel. Deep within Paris stood a small stone church, older than the rest, half forgotten by time. The monks whispered of relics buried beneath it, relics older than Christ, stolen from northern lands centuries ago. Eirik had heard the whispers as a child, and now they called him back. He cut through another soldier and pressed onward. The deeper he went, the stranger the city felt. The noise of battle faded, replaced by something quieter, waiting. At last, he found it. The chapel stood untouched amid the chaos, its doors closed, its walls unmarked by flame. No guards, no defenders, just silence. Eirik hesitated. For the first time that night, something like unease stirred within him. He pushed the doors open. Inside, candles burned with steady, unnatural light. Rows of empty pews stretched toward an altar carved with symbols that did not belong to any southern faith. He stepped forward slowly. Eirik Skallagrimsson. The voice came from the shadows behind the altar. He froze. A figure emerged, a man in simple robes, pale and thin, his eyes reflecting the candlelight like polished glass. "You took your time," the man said calmly. Eirik's grip tightened. "You know me." "I have always known you," the warrior frowned. "I did not come for riddles. Where is it?" The man smiled faintly. "You came for what was taken from your people, what was hidden and forgotten." He gestured toward the floor. Stone slabs shifted with a low grinding sound, revealing a dark stairway descending into the earth. Eirik did not hesitate. He descended. The air grew colder with each step. The scent of damp earth replaced the smoke of war. At the bottom, he found a chamber carved from ancient stone, far older than Paris itself, and at its center, a mirror. Not glass, but polished black stone, tall as a man, its surface shimmering faintly as though alive. Eirik approached it slowly. "This is no relic," he muttered. "No, the robed man said from behind him. "It is a door." Eirik spun. "To where?" The man's smile widened just slightly. "To what you truly are." Eirik turned back to the mirror. His reflection stared at him, scarred, bloodied, unyielding. But then it moved. Not as he did. The reflection smiled. Eirik stepped back. "What trick is this?" "No trick," the man said softly. "You are not here to conquer Paris." The reflection stepped forward inside the mirror, pressing its hand against the surface. "You are here to replace what escaped." The realization hit like a hammer. This is a prison. Yes. And something was inside. The man's voice dropped to a whisper. "Something that wears your shape now." Eirik turned sharply. Too late. The mirror shattered outward with a deafening crack. The thing stepped through. It was him, but not. Its eyes burned with something ancient, something hungry. Its smile stretched too wide. "You took so long," it said, its voice echoing like a chorus of whispers. Eirik roared and swung his axe. Steel met flesh and passed through like mist. The thing laughed. Outside, the city trembled as something unseen shifted beneath its foundations. The bells stopped ringing. The screams fell silent. Eirik staggered back, realizing the truth too late. He had not come to claim Paris. He had come to open it. The creature stepped closer, studying him like a curiosity. "You are strong," it said. "Stronger than the last." Eirik raised his axe again, though he knew it was useless. "I will kill you." The thing tilted its head. "No." It reached out and touched his chest. Pain exploded through him, not of flesh, but of something deeper. His vision blurred, his strength vanished. "You will take my place." Darkness closed in. The last thing Eirik saw was himself, walking past him, climbing the stairs, stepping into the burning city above. And then, silence. Above, the gates of Paris opened, not to men, but to something far older.